Thank you for joining me. My name is Grandmaster Batiste. I'm an 8th degree black belt, the former middleweight champion of the world in full contact karate, and the director of WCRB karate. I have trained over 500 students to the level of black belt. So with a little hard work and effort, you too can become one of them. Now, we're continuing today in our series of videos on free sparring. These are build-on videos. In other words, they're designed for you to go from one to the next, to the next, to the next. And by the time you complete a series, you'll be armed and ready to do well in a sparring situation. Okay, so I'm going to bring on my assistant for today, young Madison. And if you've been working with us on these videos, you probably know how to warm up by now. I'm going to let you do that on your own. Feel free to turn the video off and then get back to me after you've done about 10 jumping jacks, 10 toe touches, 10 on each side, alternating toe touches. You're going to do 10 or so squats, 10 push-ups, 10 sit-ups, and then you're going to do your stretching and then get back. Welcome back. Now we're going to pretend that we already did our basic punching workout. Remember, the basic punches were the reverse punch, where we did a series of straight line punches. Then we did some beginning coordination exercises, moving left and right with the punch. We did some changing side exercises, okay? You want to do that. You're going to do your cross step up exercises. Cross step up. Do that several times. And then you're going to do your cross step up and do the actual technique. So again, if you want to turn the tape off and do those series of exercises, I'll meet you back here when you're done. Okay, I'm going to assume that you're done, and we're going to go ahead and we're going to do additional exercises to improve your coordination, your wind, your stamina, and your endurance. Okay, so face me. Okay, now she's going to be working back and forth for me. You'll probably want to work back and forth to the camera, or if you have a brother or sister, mom or dad, you're going to be working back and forth with them. Let's take a look at the reverse punch first. Step back into a defensive stance. Now she's going to be doing the cross step up to do the punch. Cross step up to do the punch. Great job, okay? Step back. Now what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to hold a pillow. So if you're doing this at home, hold a pillow in your hand so that they can get resistance. Now, the exercise is going to come from the bouncing movement. When you're fighting, by the way, you need to keep a consistent bounce. The reason that you bounce is so that your opponent does not detect when you're coming in. Here's how that works. If I'm standing completely still, I don't care what I do. I don't care if I brush my hair. You will see that movement. But if I'm moving and I move forward or brush my hair, you're less likely to see the movement. So anytime you're sparring, your endurance has to be such where you don't have to stop and take a pause. You can continue to move as you move forward and backward. Okay, so in her defensive stance, I'm going to ask her to put some of these gloves on. Now these gloves are simply to decrease the irritation on the hand after a series of punches. If you're doing this at home and you want to decrease the irritation on your hands, just put on some regular winter gloves. That's enough padding to help with that irritation. These are safety gloves that we use when we're sparring, and they are more for the recipient of a stray hit. So if she misses her depth and she makes contact with me, I won't get hurt. That's what that is. Okay, we're going to do about 10 to 12 on this side. Bounce. 1, champion fighter is the ability to use both sides equally as well. So for right now in this workout, we're going to use for the reverse punch only, we're going to be changing sides. Okay, so she cross steps up and she'll be punching with her left hand. Ready? 1. There it is. 2. 3. 4. Move quickly. 1. Now remember, karate is a distance-based fighting system. Distance because you have to stay away from the extension of a leg. You're not going to be right up on someone when you throw your punches or kick. What that means is that you have to sprint in. You really got to move quickly so that your opponent can't stop you with a defensive technique. So practice sprinting in as quickly as you can. Ready? 1, move quickly. 2. 3. 4. Cross step in, step back, cross step in. 1, cross step. There it is. 2, cross step. There it is. 3. Good job. 4. Okie dokie. Now we're going to shift to the back fist. Defensive stance. Okay. Still using that cross step motion. Ready? 1. Come on in. Good job. 2. Come on in. Good. 3. Good job. 4. 1. 2. Good job. 3. 4. 1. Good job. 2. Good job. Next, the belly punch. Ready? 1. Now, when you're holding the target belly high, by the way, make sure that the target remains vertical. Don't put it on a horizontal plane because people don't stand like that. We don't stand around like this. We stand like this, and the target has to represent your belly. Ready? 2. Good job. 3. 4. Great. You do about 10 of these. Now, the ridge hand strike. Ready? 1. Awesome. 2. Great job. 3. 4. Good job. 1. Good job. 2. 3. Good job. 4. Good job. Next, the front kick, and don't forget when you're kicking that you're going to be striking with the ball of the foot. That's the soft, fleshy portion of the foot here. Ready? 1. Kick off. Good job. 2. Now the kick has to move exceptionally fast because it has to travel from the ground to the belly. It has to get there before your opponent can block. Ready? 3. Good job. 4. Great job. 1. 2. Great job. 3. Awesome. 4. Okie dokie. Now, let's take a look at this next part. I said earlier that karate is an attacking sport when you're doing your competition fighting. It's also linear. Linear means that you're moving on a straight line like this. This is linear. Circular would be moving like this. This is circular. But a karate attack is linear. And it has to be explosive. In other words, you got to get off the mark as quickly as you can so that your opponent cannot respond to you. You have to practice explosive motion. Okay? Here's one way that we can do that. If you are outdoors, you can actually go out on a track and you can get down and you can really practice exploding. But since you're not outside, and the key to this is to improve your skills so when you're actually in a ring against an opponent, you want to decrease the chance of the opponent seeing you. So here's an exercise that you can use at home with an assistant. Mom, dad, sister, or brother. Now watch how I do this. This is going to represent my chest. She's going to be in a defensive stance. Now this is a fighting stance. So it's a little bit more loose, a little bit more flex in the knees like this. You can't do this rigid. You want to be very, very relaxed. When I think she's going to come at me, I'm going to simply sprint back like this. Okay? Now watch me do it with her one time. Watch how I do this. I'm going to ask her to hold the target. The target represents her body. You hold the target away from her face. Like this. Now watch. When she thinks I'm going to come at her, she simply moves backward. So the idea is for me to be able to get to that target before she can get away from me. That is one secret of how you score consistently in a sparring match. So, here we go. I'm going to set it up. You're going to be setting it up at home. Come on in. Okay? Relax at the knees. Good. All right? Now, the key is I'm the target holder. When I think she's going to come at me, I move away. Okay. Just like that. So she has to be subtle, she has to surprise me, and she has to be explosive. Didn't quite get it. That's 1 out of 10. 1 for me, none for her. She lets me get the target up. That's a Billy got it, almost. He's getting there. I see you got to really relax. There you go. That's it, okay? Now, you're going to want to do those exercises at home, and you do them on each side. And you increase your distance so that your opponent or the target holder is standing further away from you, and you have to build that explosive takeoff movement so that you can score a point without your partner being able to block and defend against you. Okay? So that's going to end our workout for today. If you
Have fun. Like and subscribe. Hit the notification. Comment down below.
We'll see you next video.